we are going to be playing Kenshi. I have around 1,000 hours in this game now, and unfortunately, it's too easy. It's freaking easy. So I decided I needed to come up with a couple rules for myself to make the game a bit harder. First thing I did was I added a ton of mods. I spent hours curating a mod list, sorting through the hellscape that is the Kenshi Community Workshop. This is a very unstable game. There is no way of knowing whether or not this will work at all. Second, I'm going to commit the most deplorable acts possible. I'm going to be morally bankrupt, okay? Start our journey with Tucker and Carlson, who are running away from a group of cannibals. By some miracle, the cannibals decided to only take the shack.
Go for that. Go for him.
Yeah. Nearby, they saw some skeletons destroying a group of cannibals, and that's an opportunity, okay? An opportunity for slaves. Tucker and Carlson each picked up one cannibal and started their journey to the Great Desert. The Great Desert is known for being an all-around horrible place. Most people avoid this dusty cesspool because of the just poverty and the reason that we are actually going there. They are big slave fanatics, okay? With these two cannibals on our shoulders, we'll get a payout. On our way to the Great Desert, in typical Kenshi fashion, Tucker and Carlson were both jumped in 3 times speed and knocked unconscious. Lying there with the two cannibals, I got bored and turned the dismemberment to frequent to watch the cannibal's leg pop off.
There you go.
Then Tucker and Carlson both lost their right legs. We need to get legs. I knew of a hive village fairly near. After about a day straight of crippled commutation, we made it to the hive and purchased the trashiest, the shittiest legs money could buy. So we set out a couple of times to the Great Desert.
No, Carlson! Yeah, I think we're gonna have to load for that.
Eventually, after I took a lot of acid.
Let's fix that. Let's get our... crew back together. No. He's just a really bad medic. I come bearing slaves.
High speed there. We made it to Shobatai. Tucker and Carlson sold their first slaves. Now we're in it. Nothing but progress and monies from here. That's what I wrote. A lot of times I give context to the mechanics in this game so people can understand what's going on in the game. It's fairly complicated. But in my attempts to make the game harder with mods, I now have no idea what's going on anyway. Now keep in mind, this is a highly unstable social experiment. This is not a video game. The mods come with lots of bugs and crashes. And it crashed my entire computer. So I lost like 3 hours of footage and like an hour of gameplay because I do not save as much as I should. Bit of a time skip, but nothing has changed since the last time you saw. We've been doing our things, you know, selling slaves.
This is basically what I've been doing, just following people out of the city until they're far enough away, and then we jump them. Oh, that was mine!
Now we're not just attacking innocent people for no reason. This is for a good cause. Personal gain. First off, I got Carlson a kick-ass new crossbow that could shoot 3 shots rapid fire. Next I got Tucker some armor so he would stop just taking all the hits straight to the flesh. And then while we were doing our thing, you know, the Holy Nation launched a second assault onto Heft, they ended up killing the slave trader in the town. As Tucker was leaving the shop after realizing this, the Holy Nation beat him up in the middle of his frenzy. So then Carlson was outside recovering from like head trauma or something, taking off his right leg so he could stealthily enter and heal up Tucker. Now you may be wondering why I would take off a leg and crawl into the middle of a fight. And that's because these legs, they are so useless and such a detriment that crawling is actually more sneaky. I had Carlson go in there, pick up Tucker, and after robbing the slave trader who he had been selling all the slaves to, I went to make my last purchase on the other side of the town, which had been unaffected by the Holy Nation raids at that point. Finally, oh my god, finally, some better prosthetic legs. I got one for Tucker, one for Carlson, and we booked it out of there. We moved on to the next United Cities city to continue our business. These legs started a new era of degeneracy for Tucker and Carlson. We can now outrun most of the starving vagrants that we were attacking. This combined with Carlson's crossbow made us the bane of any starving individual just minding their own business, walking through the desert. So it was time to move on to the next stage. For this we needed a bit of setup, right? We needed to join the Shinobi Thieves, and for the small price of 10,000 cats, we would have access to sanctuaries across the game world where we could access a black market trading system. This will be important. That's fairly simple, honestly. That's like 10 humans.
Why are you doing this to me?
The Skyman demands it.
Just like that, we got enough to join the Shinobi Thieves.
Time to go to Heft, because I need a Shinobi Thieves. We look too average, you know, like too normal. That won't do. Johnny Knoxville on meth. Yeah, that's what's up. Carlson's turn. I give him that, like, tree-like physique. And that's Tucker Carlson. We're basically here to do the most vile things known to man. This is really like a killer of social interactions, so I have gone ahead and gotten Tucker here like a Darth Vader mask. These are the kind of people who you want to see behind a layer of bulletproof glass, per se, iron bars, or the next little bit, so yeah.